Alright, hey everyone, Barstow here again, and wanted to check in, get some good news with my Pfaff 130. I have been able to free it up. So the last time I was working on this, I had just barely got it moving and making full revolutions, and now after a little bit more work and a little more lube and a little more kerosene, we are in action. So I wanted to share a couple things that I learned when I did this, and the primary adjustment that I think I really had to work on after I got everything moving freely was in the stitch control. So what we got with the stitch control is this is going to control our width from straight to the number 4, which is our widest. And where you're going to see the movement is right here. When it's dialed into 0, we should see no movement there. So, and I'm finding that this was a little more challenging than I expected. The balance is all in the screw here. I'll turn the machine, try to make it a little bit easier to see it here. This shaft in relationship to the mechanism in here is going to control our zigzag. So you'll see when I adjust the dial that shaft moves with the dial. So, and you'll notice that the needle bar will move with that as well, showing that it's going to go into various different positions. In addition, this is your left, center, and right starting positions. So you should be able to do a straight stitch in any of those 3 positions. What I've noticed is this dial might have to be pushed back into place, and it's walked off on me a little bit. So it's been very, very tight adjustment. What I was able to do is take my smaller screwdriver here, find that set screw. When you loosen that set screw, the dial can move independent of the shaft, which you'll have figured out if you had to take yours apart as I did. And by holding my thumb on here, backing off the set screw, I was able to make tiny adjustments on this shaft. And even this little screwdriver should be enough if everything's free and clear. And hold it in place while operating my foot pedal and testing, finding that sweet spot until I didn't have any movement here in the zigzag portion of the mechanism. So I don't have a whole lot more to say other than that right now. I wanted to share my success. I wanted to share what I learned with the zigzag stitch. This mechanism up here I learned a little bit more. This thing's a handy dandy dial. This might be the other part of the dial of DialAStitch. So if you wanted to remember a specific width of a zigzag, then you could leave this in place. You can even move out of it if you need to have that left needle position. But if you go down, and center position might be more the standard that you're dealing with. But if you need to zigzag and remember that number, you can pop up there to lock it, and that should give you a good match on future stitches. Hope that helps somebody out there. Thanks for tuning in, and maybe in a future video I'll do a demonstration and show a little bit more about what kind of stitching this machine is capable of. And so far I'm real impressed. It's got good speed, good power, and very, very precise control. Thanks. Take care.